Now we'll go the other way and do the American League and give you 2 pluses and 2 minuses. And we'll start with the pluses and 2 teams that, off to a good start. And you figure, I'm not putting Minnesota here because you knew Minnesota was going to be pretty good. I'm not putting the Yankees here. You figure the Yankees are going to be good. Are we surprised that the Yankees are rolling? Minnesota's 10-2. They were not a go any direction kind of team once July 23rd started. We knew the Twins and the Yankees were going to be right there. Twins won 101 games last year, so they are ruled out. I will use the 2 teams here. I'll start with Oakland. And I know Oakland was going to be a good team, but we always have known with the A's that they have really struggled out of the gate. So you wondered if, in fact, they get off to a good start because in the past couple of years, they put themselves in a bad way in the AL West. And although they made good charges at Houston, they've had to settle for wild card participation. And we all know they in the wild card is a disaster. Yankees in Tampa knocked them off in a 1-game wild card deal the last 2 seasons because they spotted Houston too much ground. So we wondered if this year, in a short year, 60 games, if the A's would go out there and make sure they put themselves in a good way. And they have done that. They've obviously hit 2 walk-off grand slams at home. That's a plus. They had a good series in Seattle. They've won 3 out of 4. Outside of playing the Rockies a couple of bad games, they have done a nice job in the AL West. A lot of home games, I understand that. Haven't played Houston yet, I understand that too. But I like what I've seen out of Oakland. They got a decent record. Won again last night. They won 8 of their first 12. They've killed Texas. They got young pitching. He's a wonderful manager, knows what he's doing. And the A's look like they're going to be a team here that understands the necessity of getting out fast. And they've done that in the AL West, 8 of their first 12, as I just said, in the 60 games. So Oakland is a plus. We thought, now listen, again, we knew the A's were good, but you also could figure the A's always kind of fumble around a little bit, and they could be 15-13 after 28 games. That's not going to happen. So that's one that we like. White Sox would be the other. And I put the White Sox, and although they're only a game over 500 or thereabouts, I'll put the White Sox as a plus because the White Sox could have gone in a different direction pretty quickly here with a young team. They had a bad opening series against Minnesota where their starting pitching got absolutely tattooed. Then they went to Cleveland, and they had a tough series there, lost a doubleheader. Their big starters had trouble. Lopez, was on the IL right out of the gate. They've lost Rendon and a few others. So you wondered if the White Sox, with all this young blend, if they were going to be able to take a punch early in the year, and they were one of those trendy teams. Would they be able to take a punch early in the year and recover? All right, they lost last night 1-0, but they have taken a punch early in the year, and they took advantage of a soft schedule, no question. Kansas City stinks, and they buried them. But still, the White Sox have played over 500 baseball. They put themselves in a situation where they got a chance to finish second in the American League Central. That is where you want to be to avoid being in a wild card scenario where you have the 2 best records. Automatically, you make the playoffs if you finish second, no matter what division you're in. And no matter who finishes 3rd or 4th in another division who might have a better record than you, if you finish second, you're in a postseason. So the White Sox right now, what are they, 7-6? I'll go to Bruce in a minute. Maybe 7-5. But they've done a nice job. So the White Sox, Robert looks great. They can hit with him. And the team's a good team. They got a lot of young players. I wonder if, in fact, again, bullseye on their back, as everybody knows the White Sox are going to be, sort of everybody's flavor of the month. But so far they withstood it. And one I like most of all is they took a punch and they got up. Now, they got up partly because of an easy schedule, but they got up. So the White Sox we keep an eye on as a plus.